Well, hello there folks. This video is all about how to stay calm and centered when you are delivering online training. Now, it's a bit of an unusual topic, but we need to appreciate when you are delivering training online, it's a little bit different to face-to-face training in the sense that there are a lot more things that can actually go wrong. There can be challenges with documents, there can be challenges with your internet, there can be challenges with the participants' internet, there can be challenges with their home environment. All these different things could go wrong that you don't actually have potentially going wrong in the face-to-face environment, right? Now, as a trainer, coach, facilitator, mentor, online presenter, I would have to say when I first started out in the online presenting sphere, so to speak, I have to admit I got a little bit frustrated. Now, I have to say, as a human, I had reactions. As a human, occasionally I would get impatient. I did. And guaranteed, you will too, right? If you don't, I would be surprised. But anyway, we need to sort of dispel this rumor, this myth, this idea that, great trainers never ever react or never ever, get impatient or anything like that. Because we're all human. We do, okay? So here's the deal though. With online facilitation, it's a lot more intense and there is a higher probability that something's going to go wrong and you're going to get frustrated. So you need tools, tactics and ways to be able to manage your emotions when something happens, right? So in this video, I want to give you 3 simple tips on how you can do that. Now, first one, I highly recommend that you grab a stress ball. Stress ball. What a crazy idea, right? But I love a stress ball because if something's going wrong, instead of getting all frustrated and getting all upset and maybe even using an inappropriate tone with a participant or even, getting flustered yourself, just grab a stress ball and just squeeze the ball. It's so fantastic because you can release that tension without anybody actually seeing you release that tension, right? So number 1, grab a stress ball. Now the second tip I've got for you, it's a little bit more up the scale, so to speak, in regards to de-escalation, but don't be afraid to actually take a moment for yourself. What I mean by that is, if you are having a moment, you're having a reaction, something's going wrong, just tell the learners, the participants, folks, I'm just going to step out for a second. I'm just going to be back in about 5 seconds. Just going to turn my camera off. I've just got to cough. I've just got to sneeze. I've just got to do something, right? Maybe I've got to grab a document, right? That's another great phrase you can use. Just got to grab a document. And that allows you to turn the camera off, step away, take some deep breaths, recompose yourself, and then come back, turn the video back on in a more composed state, right? So by doing that, it's a very professional, mature thing to do. Now, in the face-to-face environment, we can't necessarily do that, but in the online environment, we can certainly do that. Turn our camera on and off, just step away for even just 5 or 10 seconds can be the difference between you losing your cool and staying centered. Now, the third one is about empathy and about time. We need to appreciate that in the online world, people experience time differently. So face-to-face, we can see what's happening real time right now. All right, so you can see participants grabbing their book, writing into documents and all these different things. In the online environment, you can't see what people are actually doing. You can't go through the screen and see what they're doing in that moment, right? So you need to become aware that things can actually take longer to do than you actually think. So what I encourage you to do is think about, okay, if it was me right now and I was trying to save a document, what are the steps I would go through? Okay, I would go up there, I would click that, and I would actually start to put myself in the shoes of the learner or the participant. And also, if I was having tech issues, challenges, and I was in the shoes of a learner, what would that feel like? What would that be like? And when we start to have the empathy in that level, And we actually go, okay, well, what would it feel like? What would it be like for a learner right now as they're listening to my instructions and going through this course? What would it be like? And when you can actually put yourself in the shoes of the learner, the participant, you develop what I call grace. Grace is patient understanding for other individuals and people. And as long as you're fostering patient grace in an online learning environment, you're gonna be in a good state there, right? So, on that note, folks, hope you got some value from these tips. Number one, grab a stress ball. Really, really cool idea. And I got a couple, right? I'm happy to admit that. The second one is be willing to turn the camera off, step aside, take some deep breaths, come back in, and you're ready to go. And the third one is just be aware of time and know that time is experienced differently when you are delivering online. Be patient. Allow time for people to catch up and allow time for people to do what they need to do, knowing that there could be things that they're working through on their screen or in their life that you may not be aware of because you just can't see it real time. Folks, hope you got some value from the video. If you did, like, comment, share. Let's get the message out there. 3 simple hacks on how you can stay composed if you ever get frustrated or a little bit frazzled in online delivery. Thanks for watching, team.